What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/Maliciouscompliance. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. With that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Oh no, we can't have too many emails. Enjoy being in the dark. Okay, so this was at my last job as the company's IT guy. It was supposed to be management, but they refused to give me the title even though I was effectively doing a manager's job, albeit without staff. On the second and fourth Thursday of each month, I would update all of their servers in line with Patch Tuesday. This was in Australia, so I download updates on Wednesday afternoon and install them on Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. It was also a good opportunity to engage in some preventive maintenance, installing hardware, firmware updates, that sort of thing. On the day of the maintenance, I would send 6 emails related to it, one at 9 a.m., one at 4:30 p.m. to remind people as they wrapped up for the day. One an hour before, one 10 minutes before, one just before I start, and one to sound the all clear once I was done. A salesperson complained that I was sending too many emails about this, so the general manager and the managing director told me to only send one email at 4:30 p.m. I asked about the all clear email and was shot down. Alright then, cue malicious compliance. The next patch Thursday, 2 things happened. The GM got booted out of the system when I brought it down for patching. Not the first time. Last time he had to stop me thanks to the emails I sent. Funny that. He called angrily demanding I stop. I pointed out A, the email I sent at 4:30 p.m. and B, that the process had started and could not be stopped. No idea how long it would take, usually takes about 3 hours, sorry. 3.5 hours later, the last server finished updates and booted back up. I opened Outlook and almost clicked the new email before remembering that I was not allowed to send the all clear email. Oh well, I turned my phone off and went to bed. The next day, I woke up to several voicemail messages from my colleagues, as well as messages from an angry GM and MC demanding to know why I didn't send the all clear. I printed off the email where they shot down my question about the all clear email and showed them upon my arrival at the office. After this, I went to each desk and called each remote salesperson to tell everyone that the maintenance was done, making no secret of the fact that I was told not to send an all clear. When I returned to my desk, there was a reply to the email trail about the notifications requesting that I send an all clear from now on.
Why wasn't I notified about the all clear?
Well, boss, you literally told me not to send it. Oh, your security. Okay, fella. Order received and understood. I used to work as a crew member for gigs sometimes at Wembley Stadium, London, and one particular time in 1999, we're helping the set designer with his massive set and they keep us on for a few gigs. Most load-ins for a gig, getting the stage up, the set, lighting, sound, etc. take a few days, but because of the roof on Wembley and the fact that there was a lot of pyro on this set, it would take a week. We all have our AAA passes, getting everything ready for the load-in, ramps all set, and we get told the trucks are going to be delayed, but to not set up the barriers again for where they parked. We get to lie around, chatting to each other, waiting for the trucks. We say hello to the security guys and bring them cups of tea every now and then. We're all cool and just enjoying doing nothing and getting paid for it. Then there is a shift change on the security and Robo Security pulls up in his tricked out car.
Who are you lot?
He asks, and a forest of AAAs appear and are waved.
What are you doing waiting here?
I'm supervising the very hard-working Deucing, so I say. Alright mate, we're just waiting for the load-in, but the trucks are delayed. He then replies,
I'm not your mate. I'm here to look after the security for backstage.
Like the backstage for a gig at Wembley only needs him to make it secure. Okay. We're going to be here for a week, so I try to build bridges, and the conversation goes like this. Are you going to park there?
Yeah, I'm security.
I wouldn't park there.
It's parking in it, so I'm gonna park there. Talk to production if there's a problem.
No worries, mate. He stomps off to protect the band as he probably sees it. The trucks then start arriving, and as I'm supervising, I get to park them up. They arrive in 8s as there are 38 containers coming, and they drop the trailer and the cab goes off to get another. I'm asked about the car parked in the middle of the parking area for the trailers, and I have to tell them that he's security and I've been told to take it up with production if there's an issue. An accord is reached without a word being said and the trailers are distributed by how they are loaded in. But the first 4 all seem to be parked around Robo Knob's car. We get all the trailers set and start the night-long load-in. A lot of it is just emptying the trailers and putting the flight cases where they need to be. So it gets to 6 a.m. in the morning and we've been going hard since 11 p.m. the night before. And Low Robo Knob appears.
Where's my car?
It's where you parked it, mate.
How am I going to get it?
Best speak to production as we're not allowed to move them trailers now until next Monday. His bottom lip actually quivered and he walked off. We then got to see him picked up by his missus, her giving him lip all the time for getting her up at this time. Sorry mate, I told you not to park there. Want me to create the employee schedule when I know I'm getting fired? You got it. This was about 20 years ago. I was working as an hourly manager at a popular American fast food place, franchise not corporate. I had been there several years and had accrued some vacation time. I requested a week off, months in advance, to go on a hunting trip a few states away with my dad, who taught me to shoot and hunt. The vacation time was approved by the general manager of the store and I booked the trip, non-refundable. A week before I was due to go on vacation, the head office decided to replace my general manager with one from a different store they owned. The new general manager decided he had to assert his dominance by rejecting my vacation time and stated that he didn't have enough managers available to cover the shifts. I argued that the trip was already booked, but he wasn't hearing any of it. I liked my job and didn't want to leave, but there was no way I was going to miss this trip. I tried everything to get him to approve the time off, but he scheduled me to work that week anyway. He said if I didn't work, I'd be fired. I told him I was going. I liked my coworkers and didn't want to screw anyone over by having shifts that needed covered, so I got them all covered a few days before I left. The general manager wouldn't approve them working for me and still said I had to work. I was working the day before the trip Friday, and he knew I was leaving the next day no matter what. Part of my job was to schedule the crew's shifts. It typically needed to be done by Sunday for the following week, but on this day he said I have to have it done that day. Cue the malicious compliance. One additional thing to note, this was about 15 years after the most popular girl's name was Ashley and the most popular boy's name was Michael. That means we had 8 Ashleys and 6 Michaels working there. It was normally trouble to keep from having more than 2 of them there at the same time because of labor laws. That Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. lunch rush, on the general manager's shift, every single one of them was scheduled at the same time. I can only imagine the chaos when he wanted one of them to do something. When I picked up my last check, another shift manager confirmed that it was as glorious as I had imagined. Just causing absolute chaos in the workplace. I love that. 3-day minimum sick days to get paid? Alrighty then. So I only recently found this out completely by accident as well. Well, strictly speaking, 3 of my colleagues found out the hard way. So everyone's favorite day arrived last week, payday. But to the shock of some of the guys here, they had some deductions in pay. As their manager, I was unaware of what this was, which is not unusual as companies and bosses love to frick around with the policies and then keep it secret like it's the frickin' nuclear launch codes or something. I went to query why 3 of my guys had large chunks of pay taken from them, seeing as they work harder than most of upper management, and know more about the company than they do. To no one's surprise whatsoever, there had been a change in the company policy that was yet to be released in the form of a memo, but was in effect as of several weeks prior. I am upper management by the way, but I started at the bottom and worked my way up. I spend a lot of my time on the floor with the guys doing the actual work to give them the help needed, and occasionally speak to difficult customers because they don't get paid enough to deal with that. I, on the other hand, could not give less of a frick about the entitled boogers who abuse my staff, so it's fun to tell them to get lost. Also, meetings are dull and my time could be better spent helping my guys and gals than discussing the financial benefits of changing our logo's color from purple to magenta with rose infusion for 4 hours. So I go and have a little chat with the HR about what is going on. Turns out there's a new policy that means if you take just a day off then you will not get any sick pay. But if you have 3 days off in a row then you do. But what makes this even better is this new policy is company-wide, meaning it affects everyone no matter what position you are in. Alright then, so be it. So let's just skip forward to today. As of this point, everyone knows about this new policy. There was a memo sent out on Monday morning which I made sure was forwarded to everyone's personal email just in case, wink wink. Myself and a rather larger than normal percentage of people have called in sick as of Monday, and looks like everyone got some kind of virus that will take at least 3 days to go away. Funny that. It's currently 9:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. I won't be in till Thursday, just like everyone else, because obviously the slight headache I had yesterday will take a while to go away. Though I am keeping an eye on the company emails, there's a lot of other managers who are not happy with this new policy either. It's almost like people don't like it when you mess with their pay.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so good. I'm gonna have to take at least 3 days off so I get paid.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!